G'day, I'm Duncan Graham. This will actually be my final video for RVC. What course did I do last? I did the IPGA course, right? So, Information Product Growth Agency. I thought this would be cooler. I'm big into training. I've done a lot of that stuff at work. It's a very important thing. I think the knowledge transfer is vastly important in an economy. Found myself not thoroughly engaged, though. I think issues with this as an entity is like, it's very saturated. There's a lot of garbage out there. I think it'd be good if you can do it as like a providing training services broadly. I think there's a lot of really good courses out there that I've done online, that like Udemy, platforms like that, where people just share their knowledge that are experts. So look, there's potential here. I don't think it's something that I would really pursue. I think the benefit though is learning how to develop training so that, say, I could, share knowledge in an effect, but having staff, things like that. Although going through the course, doing the assignment, which I'll get to now, there's interesting stuff there, right? Cool stuff to think about. So it's all good knowledge. So basically, my niche selection was high ticket sales closing for B2B SaaS companies. In particular, say someone who's founded a company and needs to get a sales team up to speed so that they can keep that sales pipeline going whilst they focus on the operational stuff and strategic stuff, right? So if you start a business, you spend all your time selling, it's not much good if you can't deliver on what you're selling, right? And you don't have a strategy moving forward, and you're stuck on a bit of a hamster wheel. So there's a high value opportunity gap there. The target would be a founder whose software is valued at, say, 50 grand a client, and that they themselves are the sales bottleneck because they are doing the selling, and they really need a team. So the decision's driven by that the client needs to, it's just that business case thing where the cost of the problem outweighs the cost of the solution. So, it's an opportunity gap because it's an opportunity cost, right? And it's about, I guess, providing a niche service where they can cross that gap and move forward. So 3 kind of targets that were created, sort of target concepts. You got the solo sales founder, someone who's come up with a bad course, and someone who's like a consultant that needs to cross that gap and build that sales team. So these 3 sort of archetypes, right, were chosen because you've got the following bottleneck pains. You've got the scalability gap, right? So they, like I've mentioned before, they need to be able to get off the tools of sales, right, in order to grow the business. Pain awareness, so they're not really able to complete the puzzle. So the missing piece might just be that sort of delivery of the information of the course. And the capacity block, which is basically they are running around like a mad person trying to do it all themselves. They might have a good product, but they're not being strategic, or they don't quite have room to be strategic. So the price point we're targeting is a high ticket pay performance model, because the only people going to be up for it really are people with money that are selling a big product, because we were wanting to get a revenue share, or like on a proportion of what value is delivered within a certain time frame. So you want someone with an average minimum 50 grand order, because it's like a threshold where their time, the value of their time starts to matter, and it's like that they're able to, like, each sale has such a value that you should actually be outsourcing that or delegating that to a team, and so you need to build that team. Finally, would you rather target a few large influencers or many small ones? For this instance, on higher value stuff, it's got to be a few small ones. There's only so much high value stuff out there, right? So there's not lots of little ones. Like I was saying at the start, the intro, there's so much saturation of nonsense courses, right, that don't make much money. It would make me wonder that if I was going to deliver this, it's like I'd be putting in so much effort to chase around lots of little people, lots of small operators, to get like a little bit of money. And like maybe with aggregating that would build up. It was automated, it could build up, but it's better to have less clients that are higher quality and higher value, because you're getting better return on your own time, right? Like I don't really, just where I've built up to in life anyway, like I don't really want to run around all week chasing pennies, right? I'd rather have a slowest targeted approach and chase the bigger value, the bigger tickets, okay? So yeah, that's it. And that's my video. So yeah, thank you very much. The course was brilliant overall. I really liked it. I've been recommending it to some people, and it's put me in a position where it'll help me in my entrepreneurial adventures, and I had a lot of fun doing it. So thank you very much.